If you're not following me on Instagram already, I don't know why. Look at the material. We have fun over there. And I put a lot of care into curating my story highlights, and it's super fun. So this was last night. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. I guess I was just taking notes. Oh, no, I was just journaling. My emotional thoughts and stuff. Had a snack. I love me some peanut butter crackers. All right. I always switch over my calendar last minute, so I had to do that. And I remembered there's a co-working session coming up, so I had to mark that down. Here are the event details. And then I had to sign up virtually. And then I wrote down all the details of the different times because it's multiple times a day. And then I put that on my calendar too. But then later that night, I realized I wrote all the wrong times in the wrong time zone thing. So I had to redo that. And then here's me running my errands today. One thing about me, if I could carry it, I'ma carry it. It's not cold as I thought it was. I was in Walmart and almost sweating. Something that costs a lot and shouldn't is vinyl gloves. Then later this evening at 6:30, I joined the co-working space. They gave us ideas of things we could focus on, and then we set intentions. And I want to share what I worked on throughout the session. Initiation of the soul is not a given. The spiritual life doesn't just happen. It's an active choice. When I read this, I feel it in multiple ways, and the word choice sticks out to me because not only do I think I chose this path chose me. Out of every person in my family, I was chosen to live out loud and in all the ways I do, taking up space as necessary, not shying away from the taboo, almost craving it instead, wanting to know what they refuse to tell us. Wisdom must be won again and again and again. This makes me think about the times that I slip away from my engagement with spirit. I say that in present tense because it still happens. Sometimes I think that all of this is in vain. It's a waste of time. It's confusing. My spirit guides and ancestors don't hear me or they don't like me. I turn away from all esoteric knowledge that led me to be in such a great atmosphere of lovers, thinkers, mediums, creators. Seeing how lucky I am to know and be known by such wondrous people who exist so queerly is a reminder of my why. I have to wake up and choose this path every day. It's worth it, and I'm worth it. So after an hour of working, we had a session to unpack what we explored, and this is what I had to say. I was pretty much just journaling, and I'm surprised I didn't start crying. But I have the Hoodoo Book of Flowers by Arthur Flowers, and so I kind of was just going through it and writing down like whatever the passage made me think about. I would just journal about that. And the spiritual aspect, it's a really spiritual book, so it was all about that. And like it's just full of reminders, which also goes to like the psychic part of like no messages came up in particular, but I was just reminded of things that I had been thinking already, and it just helped like bring up the words that I was trying to put to certain feelings that I already had. My body is thirsty. I kept taking sips of water and then I had to refill my jug. My body is like, we are dehydrated. Like it's a lot, especially because I don't go to sleep till the morning, so I wake up in the afternoon, and so my body is just confused. So yeah, I honored that feeling. I'm proud that I was able to just like sit and be in this moment. And I looked at the time and I was like, oh, I've really been sitting here for this long, or like really focused on this thing. And it was just really cool. So yeah. So for me, I have no idea. My hope, my desire is to wake up at 11 a.m. instead of 2 p.m. and get everything done that I need to get done. Which is like two things. But if I wake up at 2 p.m., I convinced myself that it's too late to do those two things, especially because it starts getting dark around like 4:30 at this point, and I'm just over it. It's cold. I can't do too much. But my desire is to, at minimum, just wake up with enough time to just embrace the little bit of sunlight that is available. So yeah. I'm so glad I got to do that. And the co-working spaces are 4 days a week, 3 times a day. And I really hope that I can make 2 sessions each day that it's available. So that's a total of, hold on, the math started to just pile up immediately. But I think if I 2 sessions a day for the days that it's offered, which is 4 days a week, that's 8 sessions a week. That's my goal. That's my goal. And it carries on into the new year. And so it'll give me some kind of structure around just my creative habits, my mental health. I really was able to focus. I loved it. Loved it.